So anyway, now that I got a pair of pliers, come on. I should have just grabbed the other pair because they're already angled. There we go. Now this is the radio. Underneath the radio, if I can get this wire off now, come on. Oh, what'd I do? Put two on there? No, I wouldn't have done that. Not on this one. It's just real tight. Yeah, okay, come on. This is the radio. Underneath the radio is the tuner for the radio. Now, the radio and all these wires, okay, let me get my knife out. I told you when I put this in here, I wire tied things. I didn't want any loose ends, no wires flopping around. This is going to be a top shelf installation. Okay, so let's unplug this wire. Now all these wires go forward. This is the brain to that radio right there, if you're seeing what I'm pointing to, because I don't know where this camera's pointing at this point. So that's that. And that's the control. Now this port, how do I have that in there? I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have. I did? Why did I do that? I have no idea. I don't know why that screws like that. You know, when I see things like this, I try to figure out, did I do that on purpose and what was the reason for it? Okay, there's no more screws there, no more there. Unplug everything that needs to be unplugged. Now this should just come out. I don't think I bolted that down. Well, it sure does feel like I did, but how did I bolt that down? That's almost impossible to have done. How did I get this in there? This can't be. I may have bolted that down. I can't see how though. Let's see if I can get that off with the pliers. I must have taken the shelf out. Oh, there's the bungee cord I was looking for the battery cover. I used to have a bunch of these little ends. I just don't know where the hell they are. If I did this, it's a possibility that I did bolt that bracket down. And then I velcroed everything else to the top of that. So I knew I had a pretty good foundation. There. Oh, there's Velcro in there too. Boy, oh boy. Now you never really want to tighten these up tight with a pair of pliers. It's just that sometimes I'll just give it a little nudge, because you don't want to take a chance on unscrewing those or breaking the wires off inside. Now in this case, these are screwed in here. They're not just, well, they're always screwed in, but what I mean is some of them have a large nut around it. They're not on a frame, so to speak, which would make it real easy to strip it out. There. Okay, see what I mean? These are screwed in. Sometimes this is not there, and they just put a big nut over this, and they sandwich it between the two. Well, if you put too much on here, this will start to turn inside the radio, and the next thing you know, you're stripping it all out in there. Okay, let's pick up some of these screws. Throw them in my pocket with my do-rag. Do-rag, do-rag. Okay, it should be a gray jumper. See, this is what I mean. All these wires go forth. They all go forward. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, I'm thinking. I'm not totally sure, but I'm thinking. Now, what's this? This is the jumper that goes to the tuner. To the tuner. I'm becoming a valley person. To the tuner. Okay, now, did I screw that in? Or did I Velcro it in? I screwed that in too. Well, I know this has got a wood floor, so I know I didn't screw it into anything other than the wood, because I put the wood there. And under that, there was more wood with slip proof, because this used to be a passenger van. So it has that gray protected wooden type floor. In the back, I put another piece of 1/4 inch. Now you can probably see what I'm talking about here. See, that's that like rough, slip-proof wooden floor. There. Now the one I need, I never thought I was going to need, but I guess I need it. And I got to remember when I take this out of here, I got to pay attention, because this goes to the fuse box, which I have under the seat. And this has contractor screws. So, can I take this? Yeah, let me take this and some of this other stuff in and get the other driver. Back it up, beep, beep. And somewhere there's another glove. What did I do with that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Putting these together were a pain in the ass. I did a video on this, but then on the end of the hose that I screw in there, I have a funnel. That hose is about 3 feet high, and it has a funnel on it. I says, and then what I do is I pour an antifreeze in there. Now, if I have the freshwater antifreeze, I use that. If I haven't got the freshwater antifreeze, I'll use a 50-50 mix on regular car antifreeze. I says, and I fill up the funnel, because I don't want my pump to run dry. And then I start it up, and then the pump starts taking the water out of the funnel, and we just continue to pour it in until we see it come out. Once we see it come out, I shut off the power washer and put it away. Yeah. Oh, that seems like a lot of work. Boy, you gotta put antifreeze in it. And now you gotta buy antifreeze. Well, you don't have to. You can just buy a new pump every year. So, you know, some of these things, even the valve up there, I forgot what that valve is called. It's an odd name. I think it's odd anyway. It's like a pressure valve or something. If it's not good, the power washer kind of goes. Sometimes it won't pump. Sometimes it won't even stay running. I forgot what the valve was called. But meanwhile, even one of those, if you buy the one that's made for it, and if you do buy a Chinese version of it, you got to make sure it's what it is, because I'm telling you, I tried a cheaper one because they wanted $80 for that stupid valve. And I said, no. I seen China, a place in China or wherever it was, had one, and it was only $18. It looked identical. However, inside it wasn't, and therefore it didn't want to work right. We gotta watch China, really. They're gonna start taking advantage of us more than they already are. And when they have our government on their side, it's only gonna make it worse. You know, I look at it this way, you know what, you want to buy from China, you want to deal with China as a country and things, fine. But keep the restrictions tight so that they know they're not going to get by on us. Makes sense to me anyway. Alright, I'm not going to put that back yet, because now we're going to go on the other side and see how many wires I can pull out of here. Look at that van. I'm ashamed of myself driving around in this. Okay, I'm not going to hit that. Okay, so here we have a hunk of coax. So this apparently must just unsnap. Well, that's what it does. Okay, it's nice to know. Well, that's easy. Now there's one hunk. What's this one? There's another hunk. And why is there a piece of tape on this? Oh, okay. Now I know why. This little piece right here, it's not that it's taped up because of a cut or anything. The shield here, not the shield, but the casing, had just a little rip in it when I was snaking it. So I took another piece of casing and taped it over it. And like I say, it's not that it's a big deal. It wasn't like the wire was cut and I put it back together, because that you don't want to do. Okay, now where does this one go? This goes to here. Okay. So where does it go back there? I gotta take you guys off. I gotta get my head up underneath here. Okay, that stays. That has nothing to do with what we're doing. Okay. Hey, Nick. Hey Nick, how you doing, buddy? What's the matter? Huh? Yep. Oh, you cat. There he is. There's my Nicky. I'm on the other side of the gate and you can't see me. So he's all confused. Okay, now what's this? That's a ground. That's a ground. Okay, let's put this back a little bit. You're not seeing. Well, here, maybe I can put you down here. Who knows? Get these wires out. And these wires go over to here. So this has to come off. This has to come off. This one can stay for now. So now I gotta get the drill gun. Where did I leave it? Oh, it's on the hood. Okay, hold on. Hey boys, how are ya? How you doing? Oh yeah? All right. I'm up here now. I gotta get these little modules off here. And I think I just have this one crazy glued, or not crazy glued, but Velcroed on there. So one came off already. Let me try the other one. Oh, I must have screwed that one in too. I did. Okay. Now let me unplug the microphone. See, these have little connectors for the microphones to plug into and things, as this one does. Okay, now I got wires here that I don't know. Well, apparently they go way up here. Okay, so here's where I'm getting into the rough stuff. Now, where did that one just go? Here it is. It's not easy being me. Okay. So, that one, not yet. This one, okay. However, we want to make sure we don't snap the end, so we want to lift it and be careful with it. They have little clips on them like your phone jacks, so if you break it, there's nothing that's going to hold it in there for you. You know, the little J45s or RJ45s. Okay. Now we have one more going up to the edge, which is this one. Let me pull this one out this way. There. Hang that over the old suicide knob. Suicide knob. Then we have the coax. Now where does this coax go to? Oh, this coax goes through the hood, through the firewall, to the antennas out here. No, that antenna, those are both coming off. I do have another one for the ICOM down there, for that one. That one's going to stay in here. However, it's not going to be there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but that's not going to be there. I may even end up taking this this out. I don't know, because that comes in handy right there. And it's stable, it's sturdy, I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'll probably leave that there. And then I got the PA down there I gotta mount someplace. Yeah. Alright, so this wire stays because that's part of that. Because that goes to the switch over here. So let's get some of the tension off of that wire. Okay, these, I'm going to just move them up here. Because if I have to go anywhere for now, I can take the wife's car. Oh, unplug the microphone. Okay, microphone's unplugged. Now this is all undone. This one I can put back if I can remember how it went. Like this, okay. Get the wire out of my face. These clips are a pain in the butt. There. There. Okay. So we're back together there, we're back together here, the wires are all out, the floor is a mess. I should come out here with the air hose. Screw the vacuum cleaner, I need an air hose. Either that or a real good storm, I can open up all the doors. Alright, what I'm going to do now is put you guys here. Do I want to put this back in or do I want to get the air hose? Let me get the air hose. Let me turn you off for a minute. We used to do, when we had all the boys, 3 of them being long hair, you know, they would shed like crazy in the spring. Yeah, and they'd shed a little bit throughout the year, especially though when it starts getting real warm. You know, it's just in their blood to do it. And that's, okay, now this came out really easy, but apparently it doesn't want to go in as easy as it came out. So anyway, there we go. There. What I used to do is, you know, we're doing your spring cleaning and stuff like that. Well, I go in the house with the air hose. And blow it out, the whole house. Open up the doors, the windows, and start from the inside and work our way out towards the doors. And, you know, when you got 3, like I say, big dogs with long hair that shed like crazy, you don't have hairballs, you have tumbleweeds. And sometimes you don't even see it there until you really start to move it. And then you go, oh shit, this is my house? Alright, now I gotta get those 2 things off. 2 radios. know. You know, now you had to clean and dust anyway, so you don't care if the dust kind of flops around on the furniture here and there a little bit, because you're going to end up vacuuming or blowing out the furniture. And we usually did both. So, at that point, let me get up inside here for a minute. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, at that point, yeah, I mean, what the heck's the difference? And then a couple of times, we did that a couple times a year. But then it was a couple times as well. How did I get this on here? Holy shit. Oh, there it is, okay. I decided just to bring in the electric leaf blower instead of running in the air hose. And that worked just as well. You know, it's electric. We're not using gas in the house or anything. And that would work. And then as time changed and the family got smaller, you know, we only have one long hair now. But I'd rather have all the fur balls in the world to have our boys around, but we know how that is. All we can say is that we gave them a good life. I was actually thinking about opening up, but the problem being is the wife and I are starting to get old, and I really don't know if it would be fair. In a way, I guess it would be. I don't know. Hold on a minute here, guys. I gotta take this off the helmet because the helmet is just not working at this point. I'll put you here. But what I was thinking at one time is, now this, if I put this on here like I thought I